Hi amazing artists, it's Mrs. Blair. I'm really excited about our first project together. So the very first thing we need to do is look over at our objective and our icon statements. Our first objective is to create an art piece focusing on symbolism. In the end, you guys should be able to define symbolism, symmetry, and then create an art piece focusing on symbolism and showing craftsmanship. So before I get to the actual demonstration part of your project, we need to figure out what these words mean. And you should already know because they are reviewed from years past. So let's look. Symmetry is if we cut something in the center, pull it apart, it is the same on both sides. So can you look around your house right now? Is there something symmetrical around you? All right. Another of our vocabulary words is symbolism. So we know that this is the peace sign. We also know that, let's be honest, if you're running down Gotham City and the Joker and Penguin are following you, you sure hope to see this symbol. Yep, that's the Batman symbol. So these are pictures that represent something. Okay? What we're going to do is we are going to create an art piece using the Vista logo, and that in itself is a symbol of Vista, and it is symmetrical. With this too is we're adding symbolism about ourselves in the background. So yours might not look the same as mine because we have different interests. And again, however many symbols it takes to show who you are, I'm not giving you you have to draw 5, you have to draw 6. It is as many as it takes for the quality of work. So again, we are creating a symmetrical logo with symbolism in the background. Stay tuned and I'm going to walk you step by step through a video of how to create this. Okay, so now we're ready to gather our supplies to create our symmetrical logo along with symbolism. So in the end, this is what we want our project to look like, where it has the logo along with items that represent who we are. Obviously, you and I are not the same people, so you can have different images or symbols in the background. But to start, we need to figure out how in the world do we make our Vista logo, and we need to make it symmetrical. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper, okay? And it can be anything. In the end, this is going to be our stencil, so we're actually not going to be using it as our final art piece. You are also going to need a pencil and a pair of scissors. So the first thing you need to do is take your paper and fold it in half, all right? Here is the fold. Hold the fold, okay? We don't want it on this side because if not, our stencil is going to be cut in half. Now, I'm going to do, you're going to do, all right? So the very first thing is for the forehead of the husky, you're going to go up and down. Then you're going to make the ears, and in our logo, they're separate, but you can cut them out the same first and then separate them. The next is for the hair on the side of our logo. It almost is going to look like a Christmas tree. What you do is you create 3 triangles, okay? Then the jaw of the husky is a little bit on an angle, and finally it goes down all the way. Now, if you want symmetrical eyes, what you do is you're going to go up, down, and over, okay? So the whole goal is after you draw it, when you cut it out, you keep it folded, and then when you cut it out and open it up, you will have the identical side, just the mirror image of it. All right, we're ready to see what our symmetrical mascot looks like. So once you have it cut out along with the eyes, and you can see that I detached the ears, you open it up. All right, and now I have the beginning of our logo symmetrical. Then what you need to do is find on your background paper, which you need another one of, you are going to trace it. All right, go all the way around it, and as you trace it, you're going to make sure you're holding on so that it doesn't move too much. All right, and oops, I even missed that line. That's okay because this white piece is just our stencil. After I go around, I can lift it up. And now I have the beginning of our husky. It's missing its ears, so you can take this, place them right about here, okay? Trace on the outside. Ooh, got a little wild with that line. Okay, then you're going to flip it over to get the mirror image and trace it again. Now you can get rid of that white piece of paper that we drew our original piece on, because this is just a stencil. We don't need it anymore. All right. Oh, but I do need it for one more second, because guess what? I forgot to trace the eyes. So I'm going to go around and trace the eyes. And any lines I need to kind of clean up, I can do at a later date. Now I know that the nose goes about here, which is an upside down triangle. Bring that down, and now voila, I have my Vista Husky logo. Now I'm going to spend the rest of the time brainstorming things about me. What do I like? What do I like to do? Anything that makes me unique. I draw it in the background like this, and I have my finished art piece. After you get to this point, if you want to add color, awesome. If you don't have to, because again, it's an art piece all about you. Well, thank you for joining me, and I cannot wait to see what you create.